ModMic 4 is here, and right now I've got all the windows open. We've got people working in the background, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the review since it's has a really nice noise-canceling microphone. It's unidirectional as well, so you have to make sure it's pointing the right direction. If you turn it around the other way, it's not going to sound as good. And I'm actually going to do the entire video on the ModMic 4, and I'm going to compare this a little bit to the ModMic 2.3. So before we get into all the fun, let's cover all the stuff that comes in the box. So you get one ModMic, of course. You get two of the base clamps. They are the little magnetic clamps that have some 3M tape on them. You can put them on your favorite set of headphones, or you can put them on whatever, man. I mean, they can adhere to whatever you want to stick them to in your own happy little world. And then, of course, the clamp on here is already there on the ModMic, so you have the magnetic clamp already there. And the cord is kinked. So with the older ModMics, you had to either loop it around yourself. This one comes pre-kinked right here, as you can see. And one more thing that I love about this is there is a mute switch on the cord. So they've taken care of a lot. Now let's talk about just while we're on the cord. It's 3.3 meters in length. And 2.5 millimeters in diameter, so it's actually a little thicker than most cords out there on the market. It feels like a nice proper cord. The unit itself is very bendable thanks to the steel inner spine, and that in comparison to like the 2.3. The 2.3 is bendable, but it's very rigid. It has a rigid case on the outside, or a rigid boom pole here on the outside. So in order to bend this, I kind of had to put constant pressure, almost like bending a pair of glasses. You have to squeeze it, and then it gets warmer, and then you can kind of bend it. And this one will just bend. I'll bend it now. And then it stays because of the steel inner spine. I'll bend it right back. All right, the boom length on this one is 175 millimeters, and that is shorter by just a little bit when compared to the ModMic 2.3. I noticed that it felt a little bit short when I put it on my headphones, so you may want to put it a little bit forward on your headphones so that it reaches your mouth, but it was a little bit back here for me. Right now you're hearing the input on the Panasonic GH4, and it has a pretty decent microphone input. It's a little bit too hot, so I can't hold it as close as I would like, or else it'll peak. See that? It's peaking. I also want to mention that you can use this with an Xbox and a PlayStation. The Xbox 360, I believe, and the PlayStation 3. You can get an adapter for that, and they're working on a PS4 and an Xbox One connector as well. So if you want to sound better than all those kids playing Xbox and all that stuff, then you can get one of those. But really, this is something I think most of you guys will be using on PC. Let's cover a few more specifications on the actual microphone itself. The sensitivity is 38 plus or minus 3 decibels. Again, I said it's a unidirectional microphone, whereas the 2.3 is an omnidirectional and, picks up everything. This is going to pick up just what's right in front of it, so you have to make sure that it's pointing in the right direction. That brings me to an interesting question. How do you know if it's pointing in the right direction since it's, unidirectional? If you pull this off, you'll notice that one side is more pronounced than the other, and that's the side that you need to point at your mouth. You can even feel in here, just grab it and feel a little bit, and you'll feel that one side protrudes a little, larger than the other. It has a protrusion or whatever. Just make sure that's directed at your mouth, and you'll be all good to go. The signal noise ratio is less than 50 decibels, and the impedance is 2.2 k ohms. If you guys want to see some of the other specifications, they're going to be all on our website. The main thing for me is the audio quality. Now, this one has sort of a more pronounced sound, in my opinion, compared to the 2.3. And you know what? I'll just let you guys hear this and the 2.3. The 2.3, again, is an Omni mic. It's not made to cancel out background sounds, so you'll hear everything that goes on. Hell, you could almost use that as a boom mic for a movie. Just hold it above everybody's head. It picks up just about everything, and it has, a more full bassy sound. This has a more precise pointed sound, I guess, but you guys will hear the difference. I really wanted to hear how this sounded with people in the background just talking and typing on their computers. And typing on their computers.
It's not like that.
There, that's more realistic. So now you get an idea of how it would sound if you're hanging out with friends, or you're at a LAN party and you're using this, and there's some background noise and people talking.
I'm talking.
You guys are talking about things.
So we're having a conversation about the sirens that are going
Yeah, there was some sirens a minute ago going by. Someone was having a bad day, but not us. We're having a good day. So yeah. Anyway, this is how it's going to sound. I'll tell a little story real quick. Once I went and bought a rhinoceros. The rhinoceros did not like living in my apartment, so he made a new back door, and now I no longer have a rhinoceros. Okay, right now I'm using the ModMic 2.3, And this one is not exactly, doesn't really have the same noise canceling properties, but it may have a fuller sound. Fuller? More full? I don't even know. There's people talking in the background again, so now you'll see, you know, how this sounds in comparison to the ModMic 4. All background, Jesus Christ, all that background noise. I don't even know what's going on back there, guys. You cannot hold this too close because it just, it seems to be a little bit too sensitive. You hold it too close, it starts to peak a bit, and peaking is, the overmodulation sounds terrible. So hold it back out here, yes. Very lovely. Right here, sounds great. ModMic 2.3. And you guys just heard the ModMic 4.0. I have to hold them, they're funny. The difference in size, look at this. La 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 la.
That's gonna be different.
All right, so now you heard you know, a bit of a comparison there between the 2.3 and the 4.0, you know, with some chaos going on in the background. Hope that was fun for you guys. I think this thing sounds freaking great, but that's my opinion. As far as this versus the 2.3, it depends on what's going on in the room. The 2.3 might be better if you live alone forever. If you don't really care about background noise, maybe you want something that's a bit more full, that one might be better. However, if you want a lot of noise cancellation and a more pointed, I guess, sound, I'm not sure if that's scientific or not, but you guys heard what it sounded like. And you guys can, I'm sure, make an educated decision based upon all this information type thing that I'm providing. I don't know what I do anymore with my life. So the easiest way to sum this up is that we use these ourselves. I'm going to be using, I'll probably switch back and forth between this one and the other one. Thankfully, this one is noise canceling because there's so much goddamn noise over there. But it's a good thing it's noise canceling. Anyway, I'll probably switch back and forth between this one and the 2.3. Just, you know, use whichever one I think is fun for the moment. And I'm sure Pistol is going to be using some of these as well. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we do use these ourselves. So, there you have it. The discerning gentleman and gentle lady. Gentle lady. The little pop filter or whatever it is, I forget what these, my brain, my mind. Sorry, I've been watching Winnebago Guy too much.